Welcome. This is Fiber by Design with Ohloops. We are on episode 37. I am Lydia. You can find me as Lydia Knits on Instagram, and you can find me as Lydia B on Ravelry, and you can now also find me as Lydia Knits on Periscope.
I'm Sarah Stevens. You can find me as Sarah Stevens on Ravelry and Sarah Stevens 11 on Instagram and Periscope.
Yes,
as well.
You can also find us as Ohloops on Instagram and Ravelry.
Yes.
This is take 2 of this because our kids are here upstairs.
Not cooperating.
Yes, we aren't podcasting outside because of all of the smoke that's in the air due to all the wildfires. So we're inside. So hopefully
we're everywhere in Washington State right now.
So hopefully
really sad.
take 2 goes better than take 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank yous.
Thank yous. If you follow me on Instagram, you got to see a post that I made about my husband's grandmother passing away and us having her funeral. And a lot of you said some very wonderful things. So I hadn't had a chance to go back and thank all of you on there. So I'm just wanting to say thank you to those of you that commented. So that was very sweet and was very touching to my husband and myself. So thank you very much for those.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And Harry Potter prize donations are still rolling in, so thank you to all of you who have been sending in donations or who have gotten in contact with us. We are super excited to show you all what they have sent in.
I'm very much wanting to hoard some of them for myself.
Okay. Some of the yarn
Truly.
that came in this last week, I need them to stay. I need to just divide them and say 2 can go to Lydia and 2 can come to me, and then 1 we'll give away.
Yes.
I know that's totally selfish, and I won't do it. We won't do it. You'll all get it. But it's gorgeous. It's way gorgeous.
And some of the bags that came in this week, equally as beautiful.
Jeez, you guys.
Yes, yeah. You guys have some amazing.
You guys are
bags.
spoiled. Spoiled rotten.
And we are so appreciative of everyone who has sent
much.
stuff. It's amazing.
It's awesome. It's what makes this knit along so cool, I think. Just having all of the different sponsors and prize donations and it's fun.
Yes, yes.
So, well, I guess while we're talking about Harry Potter, it's kind of off what we had originally were going to be talking about last time, but we might as well just go ahead and talk about Harry Potter for a second.
Yeah, so let me get my notes so I can tell you guys all the right dates. So as we've mentioned before, we are going to have 2 separate Harry Potter updates. They'll both be happening on the 1st of the month. So one will be happening on September 1st, and then the second one will happen October 1st. In September, the things that you can expect in the shop will be stripes, new Harry Potter colorways, some old favorite Harry Potter colorways, and larger quantities of those things. You can also expect speckles, variegateds, I think that's it, stripes, speckles, and variegateds. In October's update, the new colorways will be coming back again. There will possibly be more stripes. There will be fiber, and then there will be semi-solids in sweater quantities. Both updates will have several different bases and weight options. So just kind of things to look for and keep your eye out on. This isn't really Harry Potter, but it's update related, so I'll say this. Because the 2 Harry Potter updates will be happening on the 1st of the month for October and September, we will not be doing the kit or book club releases those days. So for September, the shawl kits and the sock kits will not be going up until September 14th, which is a Monday. And the book club yarn will also go up that day. And then in October, the shawl kits and the book club yarn and the sock kit will go up on Monday, October 19th. And because
It's my daughter's birthday.
it is your daughter's birthday. Because the Harry Potter knit along will be in full swing at that point, we will not be doing the monthly knit alongs with the kits for the remainder of the year. So the kits that you guys bought in August will be the last knit along, where prizes and stuff will be awarded. However, if you still want to receive your 12th month kit for free, then you would still have to continue to purchase those. We're just not doing a knit along for those. So,
For multiple reasons. It'll give you a chance to kind of get caught up and on anything that you're working on and participate in Harry Potter.
Right.
So,
yeah. So that's happening. We will still continue to do the book club book giveaway, but you just won't have the book until later in the month. So,
yep.
Okay, so for Harry Potter, in the years past, there has always been a Great Hall thread, and then there have been threads for each of the houses. This year, because you won't be in your house the entire time, each month threads will go away. So the Great Hall will be the thread that does remain the entire time. Starting in September, I will also open the swap thread and the detention thread. Many of you had said that you were hoping that detention was coming back, and it is. It will stay open the entire time. At the end of October, once the first main challenge and extra credit challenges are over, the house threads will close, and then the group that you are moving into, those threads will open. So the professors, you know, villains, such and such will open. We will, each month, there will be one main challenge thread and then the 2 extra credits. There will be one non-knitting extra credit and one knitting extra credit this time. Those threads will also close at the end of every month, because they are not continuing on
like they did last year or the year before.
So the Great Hall is open now, so people have already been in there chatting. Feel free to go in and ask any questions, which a lot of you have been doing. And thank you to the moderators for answering those ones that I haven't seen right away. If there's a question that you specifically need specific information on and the moderators can't help that, please feel free to earburn Sarah or myself, and we will do our best to answer that. As like a lot of people have been saying, as the knit along starts happening, you will kind of understand what's going on. One of the questions that has been asked, it has been answered, but I just thought I would say it here again, is if you did not purchase a pre-order kit, you're not too late. You can still participate. The only thing you need to do at this point is to purchase a skein of yarn from this from the September update on the 1st, and you will get sorted into a house. And your sorting information will come with your package. So once you get your yarn in the mail, it'll tell you which house you're going to be in for the month of October.
Should we tell them about the pre-sorting that we decided to do this year a little bit?
We can.
Don't throw away your packaging.
Right.
Is I guess what I want to say. We're going to be doing a lot of pre-sorting because you guys are moving so much, and we want to have it fun and everything, but we don't want you to have to wait necessarily to know exactly when what the next house group or whatever that you're going to be into. Mm-hmm. We're going to put all that information in your very first package that you get in the mail, so don't lose it,
right?
Because that will have all of your different assignments.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do that all ahead of time.
Yes.
So,
yeah,
it'll be good.
It will be. We also quickly wanted to let you know, so there are going to be 15 prizes given away total. There will be prizes given away each month for the houses that win, and 3 different people, so like a first-year student, a second-year student, and a third-year student will win each month. There will also going to be a prize drawing for people who purchase pre-order kits. There will be a prize drawing for participating in the detention thread. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So there are going to be several chances and ways to win this year. The swap. So I will open the thread for the swap here probably soon. I would assume no later than the 1st, possibly even sooner than that, of September. So this year, the way we're going to do the swap will be slightly different than we've done it before. In the past, you were always asked to find a swap partner that wasn't in your house. Because you will be moving so much, you can't guarantee that somebody you partner with isn't going to be in your house at some point. So we're not making that a requirement this year. And we also decided to put a fun twist on it. So this year, the swap will kind of run throughout the whole thing. So you will go on, you're going to fill out a questionnaire like you always do for our swaps, and then you can say, you know, I'm in search of a partner, and then somebody can say that they would like to be your partner. You will have the same swap partner for October, November, and December. And each month is going to kind of have its own little special thing. So for October, because it's the month of Halloween, the swap would be Halloween themed. And, you know, you would have to send things like candy or a trick-or-treat or project bag. Things that they would need to trick-or-treat around Hogwarts. For November, the whole idea of it is that you would send your partner something little just to say, I'm thankful for you because, you know, because you're my friend, because you know, whatever, just something small. And then in December, you would send your same swap partner a Christmas-themed package. So, you know, an ornament, a Christmas card, something Christmas-related. We're thinking that if you kept each package to, you know, around 5 things, that would probably be enough. And because October and December are the ones that are specifically themed, one of those months should have yarn in the package. You don't have to send yarn for both October and December, but you can if that's something you and your swap partner choose to do. But
and
one
we're
of
going to
those,
let you guys talk about that amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
If you decide, no, I want to send yarn all 3 months, awesome, good for you guys. We're just asking that it only has to happen at least one time.
Right.
So 1 month yarn.
Like the swaps in the past, you will be getting points for these. They will be worth quite a few. You will not, however, get your points until the very end in December when you have posted all of your pictures of your packages.
Yep.
So each package is going to be worth 50 points, so a total of 150 just like last year for all 3. So that's how that'll all happen. And what you'll need to do is, because the points are just going to add up towards the very end, at that point we'll all be broken into 2 groups. So you'll just have to post the information on which group you are a part of.
Yep.
So, and then that group will get the points. So, I think that's really all you guys need to know ahead of time. I will probably post this information again in the Great Hall just so people know. When I open the swap thread, I will of course explain in further detail the swap information so that you'll have it in writing and you can kind of see it and understand it.
As a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Thanks.
we're very excited about all the yarn. I have dyed probably well over 100 skeins of yarn in just the last couple of days. So my house is covered in yarny goodness.
Yep. I'm just at a little over 100 now between everything, but
there's a lot
there's
of
still
yarn.
more to go.
Oh,
so, yeah,
Slowly but surely.
we'll get there.
Yep.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be lots of fun.
I think you guys are going to like some of the new colorways.
Yeah.
There's one I'm very much in.
There's one I need. I need it to let me just take it home now.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Super excited about Harry Potter.
Yeah, me too. It'll be good. I think you guys will like the new stuff.
Yep. So, what are you working on?
I am working on one thing really only that you guys can see at the moment. Unfortunately, we are still in the midst of working on all the patterns that you guys won't be able to see until September.
Yeah.
So, the one and only new thing I have started that you guys can see is in this beautiful new bag from Melissa. And I mentioned this on take 1, but I had been looking at, I don't remember which Etsy shop, but I had seen this fabric on a different bag, and I fell in love with it. And so when this bag showed up at my house from Melissa, I did a little bit of shenanigans. So
I like the inside fabric.
Me too.
It's fun.
I love it. And she made this. So I'm working on the handbrake cowl, which is by Dan and Kay Jones. It's all inside out. So I haven't done very much quite yet. I just cast onto it the other day. So I just have like the bottom border so far. But it's a super easy knit. I'm really liking it. I'm using, the pattern only calls for one skein of worsted that's 200 yards, but I didn't have a full skein of either of these. This is kind of the color scheme I wanted to go with, so I'm deciding to do them together. So my border will be out of the Zero and the Pumpkin King colorway that Sarah dyed for the Jack Skellington clubs. And then I'm going to use I think this is the Sparks Fly from Her Fingertips colorway.
I think so too.
I think. No, I take that back. This is Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
The other one is the Sparks
one.
Fly. So this one's the Paul McCartney colorway. And I made a hat. I made Sarah's Zero and the Pumpkin King hat out of those two colorways last year. So now I'll be making this.
So kind of all match.
Yeah.
It's cute.
And this cowl was inspired by the Bankhead hat, which is Dan's favorite hat to knit. And he started coming up with the idea of designing this when he was undergoing chemo, because his hands hurt really bad and stuff, and so he was wanting something that was easy to knit, and that was a good accessory for that hat. So his wife helped him figure it out, and he designed it and published it. And now I don't remember if it's all of the proceeds or if part of the proceeds from the sale of his pattern go to cancer research, but I am, of course, happy to donate to that. So I bought it and I'm making it, and I'm excited about it.
I like it.
So me too.
I have to go see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty. I want to make another one. I have, Sarah gave me a skein of Neighborhood Fiber Company in this really beautiful dark brown, and it has like a purpley effect to it, and I think that would be beautiful. And it has 400 yards, so I could make, because they say if you want to make a bigger one, you can do double the amount of stitches, and so it would wrap around your neck twice. So I might use that.
No, it's my dad.
Okay. So yeah, so that's the only thing I'm working on that I can really show you guys. I did finish my design for the September kit. I finished one of my Harry Potter designs. I'm finishing up my other Harry Potter design. I am working on a sock pattern. All of which you guys will get to see very soon.
I know. All of this stuff is 9 million things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also only working on one thing right now. It is being held currently in my brand spanking new bag. Okay, so look at this. It's all soda pop. I love it, and it has the matching wrist and the inside fabric. I love this bag. Okay, so this is from Freckled Whimsy. I love her size bags, her sock bags, because these little sock rulers fit perfectly in them, and since I am always with socks, it's like the perfect size bag for me. I love them. So in my Freckled Whimsy bag, I'm making socks, and I started knitting these on Monday because I needed something that was kind of a no-brainer for me to work on, because things have just been crazy lately, and I needed to work on these sock lengths. So sock blanks. Some people had asked what are sock blanks, and there are lots of different ways to dye sock blanks, but this one happens to be in a tie-dye effect. And this is sock number 1 with a mismatched cuff. It looks more matchy on screen, but it's not. See that? Like on screen it looks like
it looks
better.
very blue. It's much more turquoise in person.
It's way turquoise. So, but this is my just a vanilla, another vanilla sock pattern. It is toe up, the gusset, kind of like how the little stripes happen in the back, and how it looks like it's a variegated skein of yarn. 2x2 ribbing on the top. Judy's, super stretchy. Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. So I got one sock done pretty quickly. I didn't know how exactly much it was going to use, so I did my lazy way of measuring. So I folded my whole sock blank in half. I stuck a progress keeper in the middle of the two, and I knit and knit and knit, and then when I was ready to be done, I knew that I still had a lot of space before I made it to the halfway mark, and I went ahead and bound off, which worked for me, because I was like, how am I going to tell,
That's a good
which
way to
one?
do it, though.
And I didn't want to have to think about it, and I didn't want to have to unravel it and divide it, so that was my tip. I folded it in half, I stuck a removable stitch marker just in the middle, so that way I knew that when I was getting to that, when I was getting closer, either I needed to start my ribbing or change or whatever, but that way they both had about the same amount, give or take 1 or 2 rows or something,
Yeah.
I'm knitting these guys on my Knit Picks US Zeros. These poor needles have taken a beating over the years.
Yeah, they have.
They're not even anymore. I knit so, I don't know, I must hold them in a weird way, but I bend them, and so I have to keep bending them back. But I'm loving the sock blank. It's so much fun, and I wanted to show you guys, and I don't even know if you can see. So I steamed out the bottom half of my sock, because when you're knitting it, and then I left this part unsteamed, and I'm going to see if I can put it up close enough to the camera. It's very bumpy, but I wanted to show that it blocks out beautifully. Like, you won't notice. So I don't know if you can see, but this part is very bumpy where it wasn't steamed. And this part down here has been steamed and blocked out. So it's very nice and flat. You can't even tell that it at one time was bumpy all the way around. So if that is a concern that you have with working on sock blanks, it is, they are fine. They block out great. So no concerns.
Nope.
And it's still very soft. It's very fun. I kind of like that you don't get to know what it's going to look like.
That is fun. And it's so funny to me too, though, that, I mean, we were talking about this earlier, but just how different just these two are.
Yeah.
Because this one's much more blue down here, and that one's got the more red. So
Yeah.
I think they're fun.
They're totally different.
They make me think of something that, like, your grandma would have made.
Oh, totally. They totally seem like my grandma. They're funky. They're crazy. And I like that. I mean, I hadn't even changed the stitch count. Like, and you can see how this part's lighter and this part's darker. It's so fun. So, yeah. Way fun. So this has kind of just been my brainless, mindless knit for the last few days.
Which is good.
It's
Everybody
been good.
needs that.
I know. We just have had so much stuff going on. I thought, take a break.
Yeah.
So, all I have left is enabling at this point, though.
Me too, but I have to get up because I realized when you showed your Freckle Whimsy bag that my other one is over there on the table. So put that on. I have to go get it. My sloth one is over here.
I will.
Me too. Okay.
So I have 4 other bags that have enabling in them. Some of, like, I put things inside the bag is also enabling. So I essentially have 8 things left to show you. So however you want to do this.
6, 7.
You can go first.
I have exactly 8 as well.
Oh my gosh. So you want to do a couple and then I'll do a couple?
Sure.
Okay.
Sarah showed one of her new Freckled Whimsy bags. This is one of my new ones, and I am so beyond in love with this bag. It has sloths on it. And I found out today via Instagram that Allie and I have the same bag.
What?
Yeah, I saw it in
love
her
it.
picture, and she's like, we have a lot of matching bags.
Yeah,
Great
you
minds
do.
think alike. Lovely. So,
That's so much fun.
yes, I'm in love with this, and
I love the inside
I love the
fabric.
inside fabric too. This has my sock
I
in
will
it.
say that she does a fantastic job of pairing up her fabrics.
Yes, she does.
I love her combos.
Yeah, because
All
like,
of them. It was really hard for me to make a decision.
it almost looks like the inside fabric is like the same as the leaves. Like it was.
It looks like those, like that's the canopy. Like
Yeah.
if you were to, I don't know. Yeah, I
just
love it.
them. They're so cute. Him. I love him. Hello, guy. Reminds me of the Ice Age sloth.
It's awesome.
So I have
And I
that.
think he's wearing glasses.
Yeah, I think so too. Or he just has black eyes. I don't know. I don't know, but I love him. And there's, oh, and this, the little lizard with his gecko with his tongue out. So there's that. I guess I'll show my other Freckled Whimsy bag while we're talking about her. And then I have this one. Which this one is her, I think she said this was her medium.
I need this size bag.
Yes,
in
medium
my
wedge
life.
bag. So I love this.
I need it.
And again, the inside fabric is just as awesome.
I got
as
the
outside.
same one, so you can see the difference. So mine's the sock size.
The wedge, and I
And that's
believe
the
she said
wedge.
medium wedge. I want it. I think.
Yeah, I need this size in my life.
Yeah, I love it.
I now have.
I love this fabric. When I saw this,
Me too.
I was like,
We were both kind
that
of obsessing.
one.
I know. And she was so awesome though, because she's like,
Sure.
I actually don't have the same bag,
Yeah.
but I can do 2 different ones. So
It works for me because I like this size.
yeah, they're perfect. They're perfect.
I love everything about Freckled Whimsy bags. Everything. The
I don't know.
fabrics, how stiff they are.
I love how stiff they are. They just stand up so nicely.
Yes, they do.
Love them.
Yeah.
So in my sock Freckled Whimsy bag, I have this skein of yarn. This is from Twist Fiber Studio. It's the Ashland Sport in the Ooh Girl colorway. I was watching the Innocent Girls and Sarah pulled out her skein of yarn. I thought, I need that in my life so badly. So this is amazing.
It is. It's so pretty.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be. It could be anything. I just don't know. I don't know.
It's like me. I texted Sarah last night after I dyed this particular colorway that she and I are in love with, and she's like, "It needs to be by your face and like, and on your hands and your feet and your neck.
The
It's
sweater.
basically just over my entire body." That's one of those colorways. Right
This
there.
is,
This needs to just be everything.
Everything. I love it. It is 100% superwash merino. There are 328 yards in this 100 grams. And the website is www.twistfiberstudio.com. So I'll show you that one more time so you can catch that website. Twistfiberstudio.com in the Ooh Girl colorway. So excited about this. This needs me to cast it on immediately. Immediately.
Yes, yes.
So,
I got my very first ever flying kettle yarn. I love her little logo.
her logo is adorable.
And this is the 42 Wallaby Way colorway after Nemo. I saw this on Instagram and instantly went over and purchased it. And apparently this colorway became so popular that she started taking custom orders for it, and it's now dying more.
Yeah, I need this colorway.
So, this is her glider yarn base, and it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards for this 100 gram. And you can find her at www.theflyingkettle.etsy.com. I'm sure most of you know that, but yes, my very first skein ever. I am in love with it. I have no idea what it's going to be.
On camera, it's very true to color too.
Yeah.
I love it.
I really, when I first saw it, and because it's Nemo, I instantly thought of my son. And it's so.
I don't know if
I don't know if I can. Yeah. And okay, I'm not normally like a ooh that needs to be socks girl.
It needs to be socks.
But I think it might need to have to be socks.
It totally needs to be socks. I need a pair of socks for me out of that.
So I don't know, but it does make me think of my son. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that too. Although it's not really enough yarn to really make him anything to wear, and I wouldn't make it into a stuffy because that just seems not okay. So I don't know, but I love it.
Socks for you.
Flying Kettle. Yep. I will probably be socks. I might have to just be selfish this time.
I'm selfish.
And it smells all yummy because it's been in my drawer with my wool wash.
I love that. Love the wool wash.
So there's that.
We should do another one.
Okay. I got a Gnome in the Burbs bag from Hook and Gauge.
I love
Aren't they awesome? Do you guys see this? Like, picking flowers. Where's my favorite one? Pushing a wheelbarrow. Like, I just love it. And I love that they're like on their heads, like he's upside down on his head. They're hysterical.
They're all over the place.
The little mushrooms. Yeah.
They go all sorts of directions.
Hook and Gauge. And it's just this really pretty blue on the inside. And you can find her on Etsy. I believe she's just www.hookandgauge.etsy.com.
I believe so too.
Right? Yeah. So I will. So. And Gauge. So I got that. I love it.
And these are those tall backs again too, which are nice.
Yeah.
I really
This is
love them.
I've never had this size from her before. So this is new. Oh, and yeah, and she gave me pomegranate white tea inside my bag.
I got that one too.
So, oh, here, her little things right here. Yep, hookandgauge.etsy.com. So, I love this bag. It makes me think of my husband.
I also ordered some Hook and Gauge bags. So, I got a crossword puzzle.
I love that.
Because it's just fantastic with the red zipper, and inside it's red and white dots. So it needed me to have it. Very much so. And in it I have one of my latest club colorways. So this is 3 Irish Girls on McClellan fingering, and it is a 65% merino, 25% bamboo, and 10% nylon. The colorway is Midsummer Night's Dream, right? Midsummer's Night Dream. Yeah, so, and the colors are actually pretty true on screen as well. It's picking up the teal as more of a blue, but it really is more of a tealy.
That's pretty.
Tealy color. I really am liking it. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think it's beautiful. I've knit a couple socks now out of the McClellan, and the only thing that I don't like about it is that they fall down. They scrunch down a little bit. So, but I like the rest of the socks. So it might be a shorty sock or something, or a shawl, or I don't know. Just gonna hang out for a little while. I like it.
Orange. this came in my package from Melissa, and this is from Hot Knit Yarns. I honestly don't know if this has a colorway name. It doesn't say it does. But this is her Ultra Soft Merino. It's 490 yards, 100% superwash.
It's orange. It's like orange, like my bag is orange.
You can find her on Etsy as hotknityarns.etsy.com. It's this just really fun. It's not quite as, it's looking more like neon there. It's not quite that neon in person. But it's a lot of fun. It's got these little pops of black and some like burnt oranges.
It truly has like a good pumpkin orange.
It's,
color.
very pumpkin, very fall. And I have no idea what this will be, but...
No, weight is that?
Fingering weight. Yep, fingering weight yarn. 490 yards. It's a heavy fingering for sure, though.
Yeah, it looks really poofy.
She's saying that the knit gauge for this is 27 to 32 stitches in 4 inches. So it's definitely a heavy. But I don't know. This might have to be. I'm not sure. It smells good too. It's also been in my drawer. But I don't know. I love this color though. I'm very much a fall burnt orangey kind of girl. So
I like the black speckles in it.
I do too. I haven't opened it up yet, so I don't know how. And maybe I should just do that right here. Y'all can see it. There's actually quite a few little black speckles in it. So that will be fun.
It's very Halloween to me.
It's, you know what though? It's very Halloween, but it's almost very koi fish. Because it's got the lighter sections here, and then with the pops of black, it almost looks like a koi fish.
That's funny. It does.
So
I like it.
I like it too. So yeah, I love it.
You got that.
Okay.
I got
Rocking the double chin right here. You see that? Yeah.
in my other freckled onesie bag that I've had forever. I have sitting this. This is my very, 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 very first Mrs. Babs yarn. This is the trio in her yummy fingering. And guys, this thing is massive. I don't know
brick.
if you can see any of the information on there. I got the Blackbird and the Deep Sea Jellyfish colorway, and there are 3 skeins in this thing. It's massive. I have 8 ounces of the Blackbird and 4 ounces of the Deep Sea Jellyfish. I haven't opened it because it's just beautiful like this, so I kind of can't bring myself yet to open it. You get, where does it tell me how many yards I get? You get approximately 1,200 yards in this massive thing. Okay, so all the information's under there, but you get approximately 1,200 yards, and it's on her 2-ply superwash fingering base. The yummy fingering. And this is going to have to be some really amazing shawl for me. I have to have this be a shawl. And I don't know what one yet. But I'm in love with it. Pam! I know. We ordered them at the same time.
Everything about mine is the same as Sarah's, other than instead of the Deep Sea Jellyfish, my color is the Perfectly Reckless, which I just saw on Instagram, and I cannot remember who. Somebody made a shawl just out of the Perfectly Reckless. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited to knit this up. It is stunning. Yeah. Mine is also going to be a shawl, and I had every intention of actually making one of Allie's shawls. My might have to make the razzle.
I was thinking about one of the azzles.
Mm-hmm.
But I just
So,
don't know.
I'm loving everything about this. And when we say this is heavy, you guys, I don't know if you've had one of these. It's like a brick. There is so much yarn in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's, yeah. But, isn't that pretty?
It's beautiful. I really want to open all of them
I
and
know,
see
but
all of the colors, but I just
can't.
love how it's all twisted up so pretty. I don't know.
It did make me laugh when these two came, though, because it's like it should have been the reverse.
Yeah.
Because with the greens and stuff, this is so much more you,
I
and
know.
that one would have been more me.
Isn't that funny?
It's just funny to me, but I'm excited to see them knit up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obsessed with all of it.
I love it.
So,
Love them, love them.
me too.
I only have 2 more things.
Me too.
Okay. Actually, I only have 1 more thing, and it's just this. It's my second hook and gauge bag. I wasn't going to show you what was in it.
I like that.
It's like patchwork house to me. That's what it looks like, and
It's like a patchwork.
the inside is this really fun print. I don't even know what that's called. So that was my last. Yeah, that's my last thing. Thank you. A sock.
That's right.
Lots of socks.
My last 2 things are also from Melissa, and I don't know if you just do this for fun, Melissa, but if you don't, you should maybe start selling them. They're awfully cute. She made me this bag as well.
I love that bag.
Is very much me because it's all the French European stuff. Makes me think of Jane Austen. I like it.
I love that bag.
And then on the inside, it's fun and funky, like hot pink.
Oh my gosh, that's
I
beautiful.
know, isn't it pretty? It's so pretty. And then she actually also made me 2 smaller little bags, but they're upstairs. One of them has a bunch of Notion stuff in it, and then one of them is honestly big enough. It's more like a Notions pouch, I would assume, but it's probably big enough that you could put a sock project in it. It's I mean, it's a good size. You could probably put a sock in it, and it's like witches and Halloween type stuff.
Cute.
But then she also made me this, which I will probably use for my sweater bag, truthfully. It's very fall colors and stuff. This really cute little thing. And then inside of this there were matching placemats, which my kids really like. They're like, these are so cool, Mom. So
She's so talented.
I know. So thank you again, Melissa. I love everything in my package.
These fabrics.
And it's like very much quilt. It's thick like a quilt.
It's very thick.
Really pretty orangey fabric on the inside too. So this will probably be my sweater bag.
I love that.
Me too. So that's all my enabling.
Yeah, that was all my reason too.
But speaking of sweaters,
Yes.
like I mentioned earlier, we will have sweater quantities of semi-solids going up in October's Harry Potter update. So we thought, what better time to do a sweater knit along? Right. So starting in January and running through the end of March, we are going to be doing a sweater knit along in the Ohloops group. And yay, good news for you. If you had already started a sweater or have started a sweater before that, those are going to count as well. And there will be fun prizes for that knit along as well. Yeah, of course not as many as Harry Potter, but there will be prizes.
But if you were wanting or considering purchasing sweater quantities and needed some motivation, I guess.
I need some motivation because
I need motivation.
I have 3 sweaters I want to knit for myself, and then I also decided this year that now that there are 3 little kiddos that I nanny, I think they're all going to get a sweater for Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
I know. They're all little people though, so it shouldn't take me very long because Owen's only, like a month and a half old, and Avery and Carson are teeny tiny little people. So they're going to get sweaters for Christmas. That means I gotta get started.
Yeah, you do.
And I should probably cast onto a sweater for my husband since he's been asking for one since I started the whole knitting thing, 6 years ago.
So you're going to have the year of the sweaters.
Yes.
And surprise, surprise, I decided that next year I'm going to have a year of socks. I have determined. Yeah, we can. We have a sock knit along happening. Mom Grizzly Knits has decided to join in.
Yay!
So we'll talk about that more later, like all of the details. But essentially, we're gonna try and knit through some socks. A goal is either 12 pair or 24 pair, and we're just gonna go through the year. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But once again, we'll talk about that way more in depth. But
as we get
a
closer.
way to use up some of those single skeins that we have hanging out in our stash, which will be good. I think that'll be really beneficial for me at least. I kind of decided to start just to see how many I could really do in a month. So I think 2 is a good goal for me. 2 pairs, not 2 single socks. 2 pairs.
I'm lucky if I get 1 pair. Unless, although, I don't remember. It might have been the Little Bobbins podcast. Maybe. I don't remember. But whoever I was watching, I think it was her, was talking about, how sometimes people just find that sock that's their sock. It's the one they like to knit. It's always the one they go to, no matter what yarn they knit it with. They always like it. They have a particular needle that they use for it.
Yep.
I have only tried toe up. Like I said, this year I do, because we're going to start doing the, different techniques. I am going to try cuff down. But for me, the 2 socks that I have truly enjoyed knitting the most are 2 of Sarah's. I love knitting the Escalera. I was just telling Megan the other day, it's probably my favorite of your sock patterns. It wasn't Megan, it was Kimmy. I love that one. It's easy. It's very easy to memorize.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be knitting more of those. But truly, I love your Sally's Tower Slippers. Those were fast for me. I made 2 of those in a week and a half. That is I think it's because there's no heel. There's no leg.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting heel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there is a heel. You do have a heel.
But it's interestingly designed.
And there's no leg.
There's no leg.
So once you're done with the foot, you're done. I like that. That's good for me.
Yeah. Well, and it's good because it uses
very little yarn.
Yeah. You can whip out 2 pair
very
in
easy
a skein, which is kind of nice. So great gift.
Yeah. But I think for me, I'm on the hunt for a sock pattern. Because as of right now, those are the ones I enjoy knitting the most. I did really love knitting the Cafe Vanilla Latte also, but I just haven't finished the other one. So
I am just a go. I like my plain Jane vanilla. I have it so memorized that it's one of those like I can pick up and just go through it, and I don't even have to think about it.
See, I'm excited to do some plain Jane ones because I have some stripes that I want to knit, and for me that's like the perfect excuse to do plain Jane socks is stripes.
Totally.
So I'm excited to use some of those.
Yeah.
I may have another stripe coming in the mail.
Yes. But our stripes won't be here for a little while.
For a while.
So
sadly.
We did order some more stripes. We kind of may have been terrible about our
I don't think so.
enabling. We've been doing a lot of
I don't think so.
a lot of supporting. It was needed.
It was.
It was totally needed.
Retail
Harry
therapy.
Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter has been mildly stressful.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah. So.
And it's a good stress though. Like I always feel bad when you guys see us kind of during the last like months of the summer because we seem so like strung out. Truthfully, like we just do. We seem scatterbrained and exhausted, and we really truly are. And this year a little bit more so, I think, just because of all the patterns and stuff we decided to do too. But we really do truly enjoy the Harry Potter knit along, and we're so grateful that you all participate and are so excited about it. But yeah, I mean, we always want to make it bigger and better for you guys so that you're not disappointed. And so it's, coming up with the new challenges and the new colorways and things like that.
Right.
So, and Well, you know, we will again, of course, do it again next year, and there, you know, will be more fun stuff. But
we just start so early before we've even talked about it with the planning and the. It's probably 6 months worth before I ever get to even really talk about it.
I think we started taking notes for this year
in February.
Yeah,
just when we started. We had our.
It really does take a lot of
meeting
our attention.
It's crazy, and this year has been a little stressful. So like, I went to the doctor. Oh, which I did want to talk about. So stripes. The reason why stripes may or may not go up in both collections or aren't going up the whole entire time is because I'm just playing it by ear. Honestly, we have an idea of what we want to do, but whether or not that happens, it just kind of depends. Went to the doctor and we found a small tumor on my back in my shoulder blade area. So it's like right where my bra strap runs, and I went and had a lot of blood work done and everything, and they think that it is just a benign small tumor, but I have it removed on Monday. And luckily the incision won't be huge. It's supposed to just be small. It's only a 3 centimeter in size, about the size of a golf ball, I guess, about 3 centimeters. So it's not huge or anything. But because they're gonna have stitches there, and I'm not supposed to rip them out or anything, I'm kind of limited on what I'm supposed to be doing. And right now it hurts just to do a lot, because where it's laying or where it's attached or however that it works, they think it's on some nerves, and that's probably why it's hurting so badly. So yeah, that's happening. So
she can only lift so much yarn out of a dye pot.
Yeah, or wind it or whatever. So we're just playing that by ear. So I guess we want to say, like, if we see stripes in September, then that's great news. And if we only see a few stripes in September, then that is what it is. And if October happens with stripes, then even better news, right. I guess. So just be prepared for that. And we're just going to play it by ear.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's all the stuff that I was supposed to talk about.
I think so.
No, it's not. It's not. We have a few more minutes. Periscope.
Oh,
we wanted to talk about Periscope. Okay, so Mama Grizzly Nuts. She is on Instagram, and she's like, Sarah, you have to do this. And so I got on and made an account and have been watching. Lydia's known about Periscope for a while because some of her friends actually do use it. I had never heard of it before, so it was completely foreign to me. But we have decided that we are going to start the Periscope adventure for multiple reasons. So we realized that you guys never ever really get to see us by ourselves or get to know us on a basis other than just the podcasting, because we can never make it to those festivals and actually get to meet you guys in person. Yeah.
You guys live all the way over there.
Yeah, we thought this would be a kind of a fun way to get to know us better, get to know you better, us better. So we're not sure if there's going to be any sort of schedule. There probably won't be. It'll just be rhyme or reason. We are going to test it out between ourselves tonight, see how silly we feel. Hopefully get over that feeling of feeling silly. I feel, what did you say? I don't know.
Weird. I can't. I'm so used to having Sarah as my counterpart that it's like, I don't know that I could talk without you. I don't know. It seems so bizarre to me.
Yeah, I'm sure the podcasters who do podcasts all by themselves are like, oh yeah, piece of cake, not a big deal. I'm not feeling that way at all.
Well, I was watching one with Sarah, and it's like she was responding to the little instant message things
at the same time.
I don't know if I can. I'm a multitasker, but that was overwhelming to me. So if I do one and you respond and I don't say something to everything, I'm apologizing in advance.
Yes.
I will do my best to answer and say hi to everyone.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun adventure. another one. So be
Amongst
ready.
the many.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to me. I'm a little sad that they drop off after 24 hours.
Yeah.
That you can't go back and watch them, because I watched a couple and I actually wanted to go back and re-reference one, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means that I need to do something. So if you know that there is a way for us to keep those from dropping off, you should let us know, because we don't know.
I don't know if there is though, because when I was looking today, like I was looking at the people I'm following, and it said, so like if you go on their little thing and it shows recent and then followers and following or whatever.
Yeah, but it doesn't show anything else than that.
Right. So, but if you click on the 0 thing that says recent, it says they hadn't broadcasted within the last 24 hours. So I just don't think Periscope as a whole keeps anything after
So
that
it just
point.
drops
So
off.
unless I'm wrong, I could be. I'm just
See, and that's what I was
don't know.
thinking too, but
I don't know.
I know that it can continue to be seen if people share it, I think.
Maybe.
But maybe that's only 24 hours after the share.
I wonder if they stay up longer because you can share them on Twitter.
So
So
maybe
they stay up on Twitter.
maybe that's what you have to do.
If you know, you should let us
Yeah,
know.
you should let us know. We're very curious.
I can also have my husband research it. He would know.
Because if that's the case, then we could go from our Twitter, our Ohloops Twitter account, and share our Periscopes.
Which would work good, because Sarah had the idea of using her Periscope for techniques, because a lot
Right.
of you guys are always asking technique questions, or like with her, when she did her
Lots of
cowl, like
things.
how
How
to
do you
Kitchener it
it
together.
around? How do you start your toes? How do you do your increases? So that would be really great if that was. She's like loving my son. It's so
My
weird.
cat is usually very skittish of most people, and for whatever, earlier when we did take one, she was like on Sarah's lap, and now she's just all curled up over there on Sarah's stuff. I don't know.
It's very bizarre.
She usually only likes me, so it's very interesting why she's over there.
It's very funny.
But it's funny. She's making herself very comfortable.
Kneading into the bags like I'm just gonna lay here.
Just gonna hang out.
So funny. So yeah, if we, that would be a good one. If we can make them last by sharing them via Twitter, please let us know if you know the answer. Like if you were to click on that Twitter link 4 days from the original share, if something plays, then that would be a great place to do techniques. Because then we can share it on Twitter, and then we can actually share it elsewhere from Twitter too. And make those links available and live.
Yeah. Which would work great for my new pattern that's happening in September, because there's a thing that would be nice to show.
Yeah.
Doing it.
So,
Yeah,
an
so
idea.
let us know if you know.
that would be fantastic.
And you will probably see a Periscope broadcast from one or both of us
Tomorrow.
in the near future.
Before you see this, probably.
Possibly.
Alright, until next time.
Yeah. Which hopefully will be soon with Harry Potter prize stuff.
I'm thinking
Hopefully.
next week we should try our best to do it again.
Which probably won't have the prize stuff because some of it won't be here yet, but we will.
We could do at least some of the prize
Yeah.
stuff. If we did it that way.
Yeah, possibly.
Because that would be good, because I most likely won't have any knitting that I can really show you, because I won't be able to do any, probably.
And I'll still just be working on stuff you guys can't see yet.
Yeah, so we'll think about that. Maybe
Yeah.
next week.
Okay. So, bye guys. Happy knitting.